controversy? Are you ready to make people mad?
I think I'm ready for you to make people mad.
Oh, I am
like...
so gonna make people mad.
The Thanksgiving draft we did last year, you made people mad. So
I made people mad. Well, I can already anticipate that this is not going to go well, probably for me in the comments and the on the Twitter. We're going to put up a poll afterwards to see whose top 5 ranking is better. And Shane, the margins that you had from the Thanksgiving draft may be higher.
You know, I don't know. People have different tastes, so we'll see. We'll see how we go.
Shane's going to put up a poll on the Draft Countdown Twitter account after this, and everybody will vote. We'll leave it up I'll tell you what, we'll leave it up until Christmas.
All right, yeah. I'll put up tomorrow during the day, so we get we get people looking, and then we'll leave it up. We'll leave it up till Christmas.
We'll leave it up till Christmas morning and let everybody open it, the gift at the end. All right, Shane. I'll let you start here because I believe you're going to be a bit less controversial than me. Number 5, Shane, for you.
So number 5 is kind of a weird one for me, but this is a classic that I love. It's Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, and I think if you've seen it, you've probably loved it. It's a Jim Henson movie about and kind of an Magi's Gift type situation with and Emmett Otter and his mom. Also, I will say, like, good songs, good puppetry. Like, it's really fun. It warms your heart and has the best outtakes I've ever seen of any film ever. If you look on YouTube, because Jim Henson and company were just great at ad-libbing and doing crazy stuff. So Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas comes in number 5 for me.
Spoiler alert: this will not be the last Jim Henson creation that ends up on this list on one of our lists tonight.
On both of our lists.
Number 5 for me, because I was told that the animated Grinch That Stole Christmas 30-minute special would not qualify as a movie. My wife struck me down on that.
What?
So she made a ruling, said that eliminated Charlie Brown, Peanuts Christmas Special, and all that. Frosty the Snowman, all these were 22-minute television shows. So not movies. So in its place, I will sub in the Jim Carrey version of the Grinch That Stole Christmas, number 5 on my list. And will probably be the least controversial entry onto this list.
That, like, I don't think it's a bad movie, but I definitely prefer the animated one.
I do as well.
Definitely, I feel like that classic is definitely, the classic, right?
Yes.
So that's how I feel about it, at the very least.
Number 4, Shane, for you.
I mean, number 4, I think it maybe is a little bit. I don't think it's controversial, but I think it can be a little bit weird depending on how you categorize it. But I'm going to go with The Nightmare Before Christmas. Maybe is it a Halloween movie? Is it a Christmas movie? I don't know, but definitely the focus is Christmas. I think once again, just like killer songs. The claymation is great, and I think you're just getting some of the best. Just I don't know, some of the best like directed animation that I've seen. So I really like kind of the dark tone of it. Ultimately, I'm all in for Nightmare Before Christmas.
There you go. Shane goes with Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas here at number 4. I originally had another at number 4, and I was informed that since it was called a special, it cannot be called a movie, and was released. And it was released.
I would have accepted all these, by the way. It
was released just a month ago on Disney Plus, and because I felt like Marvel would need representation here, I was going to go with the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special that was just released last month. Shane, spoiler alert here. I am not a fan of traditional Christmas movies, as you have not picked up on this at this point in time. But, since I cannot include the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special that was included last month, I will go with Jim Henson's Muppet Christmas Carol here at number 4, because I am a humongous fan of the Muppets. And, well, if I'm going to put one in here, that was the only Muppets Christmas movie.
Yeah. I guess that's what that is. I guess if these like specials and TV movies are out, then that is my number 2. Actually, is the Muppet Christmas Carol is the number 2 on my list.
Because you've now had to cross off the list here.
No, well, I actually had it's cheating. I actually had any Muppets movie that has to do with Christmas. My favorite is actually Muppets Family Christmas. If you've not watched the full version on YouTube, is my favorite. But I mean, my wife and I just watched Muppets Christmas Carol, so I'll take that as my number 2. We can touch on it again when we get there. But
okay,
I'm there.
All right. So if that's number 2, Shane, what's number 3?
Number 3, I'm going with a newer classic to me, and that's Elf. Elf is funny. I mean, Will Ferrell's phenomenal, though I would have liked to seen the original playing was Chris Farley in that role, which I think would have also been hilarious. I feel like Christmas films, it's like really the older ones are better, but I think Elf was the first one to come out and just be a classic Christmas movie. You have the fish out of water situation, and it has that kind of Christmas tone. It makes you feel warm, make you feel the season, but also enough humor that I really like it.
Let's start some controversy here. At number 3, Gremlins.
It's a good movie. I consider
Gremlins is number 3 for me on the Christmas movie, and people say it's not a Christmas movie. That is crap. The entire premise of the movie is Billy gets a Mogwai for Christmas. That is his Christmas present from his father. Therefore, Christmas movie. It hits all the Christmas tropes. It just has comedic horror. Gremlins, number 3 on the list, Shane.
So does any movie where someone gets a Christmas gift count as a Christmas movie? Is that?
I'm not sure, but this whole movie basically takes place Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So, and the premise of like I said, I feel Gremlins is a Christmas movie, and I am going to roll with it at number 3.
Now, look, I considered it because I think Gremlins is an excellent film. So I'm not opposed to that pick. As I said, my number 2 is Muppets Christmas Carol. I'm with you there. What's your number 2, Brian?
Number 2 on the list for me is the Billy Bob Thornton led Bad Santa.
Oh no.
I absolutely love this movie because I am a fan of quick-witted profanity, of which this movie has a lot. And it's just a hilarious movie. I laugh every time I watch it. The interaction with him and the young kid is just amazing to me, and I love Bad Santa as a movie, and it is number 2 on my Christmas movie top 5.
I guess fair. Definitely a Christmas movie this time, so I think that's a plus.
No debatable on that. No debating that.
No debatable on that. I think you have a pretty good list so far. I like Bad Santa. I don't think it'd become close to my top 5, but I did like it. So.
All right, Shane. Number 1 for you before I you at this point you have figured out where number 1's going to be.
I think I know where you're going.
You know where number 1's going to be. What is number 1 for you, Shane?
This was the easiest choice. It was like 1, and then let me make the rest of my lists. Number 1 is Home Alone. It is the greatest Christmas movie of all time. It once again, has the feel of Christmas with Macaulay Culkin. You get the violence. You get. I just watched it again, and some of like the small Easter eggs and things that they put in to really make the plot work. Where it's like this is pretty insane, right? But they thought about that. I just love Home Alone. I like Home Alone 2. It was definitely a consideration for the list as well. Lost in New York. I think there's now like 8 of them. I'm sure that anything past that's pretty bad, but Home Alone is a absolute classic, and I was obsessed with it as a kid.
My problem with Home Alone is I know what I like in a Joe Pesci movie. And this wasn't it for me.
I'm not sure it's a Joe Pesci movie. I know he's in the movie. I don't think it's a Joe Pesci vehicle here.
It is not. Before we get to my number 1 here, any consideration for you given to A Christmas Story?
I am not a fan of A Christmas Story. I'm not a fan. I watched it once. I didn't think it was very good. But I don't know. I'll get skewered for that, I'm sure.
there is probably no other Christmas movie I've seen more times than the one that will be number one on my list because, it's on 24 hours a day on Christmas and Eve and Christmas Day. And my wife loves that movie. So I inevitably end up watching it all the way through at some point. Number one on my list of top Christmas movies is Die Hard.
All right. I knew it was coming. We all knew it was coming.
We knew it was coming. We knew it was coming. And I don't care if Bruce Willis says it's not a Christmas movie. I don't care. Bruce Willis's opinion on this matter does not matter to me. Wow. The premise of the movie is man is going home, flying across the country to spend Christmas with his children. He goes to a Christmas party where terrorism ensues, and he has to kill a lot of people, and buildings blow up. But he inevitably spends Christmas with his family, Shane. That is heartfelt Christmas movie all the way. Die Hard, number one Christmas movie.
I really feel the heart with your top three. The Die Hard, Bad Santa, and Gremlins. It's all about feeling in the Christmas spirit. So I feel that.
Yeah, I'm not a holly jolly guy there, Shane, if you haven't figured this out by now. But that is our top five. Let's do a quick recap. Shane's top five: Jug Band Christmas, number 5; 4, A Nightmare Before Christmas; 3, Elf; 2, A Muppet Christmas Carol; and number 1, Home Alone. For me, number 5, the Jim Carrey How the Grinch Stole Christmas; number 4, A Muppet Christmas Carol; 3, Gremlins; 2, Bad Santa; and number 1, Die Hard. That is our top 5 Christmas movies. And again, we'll put up the poll on Twitter, and we'll leave it up starting tomorrow, and give you a couple of days to vote on who has the definitive Christmas movie list to watch. Or
look, I think we know what the best Christmas movie is, right? We're only sharing one movie. It's got to be it. It's got to be Muppet Christmas Carol. It's got to be the best one.
Quick score alert: Western Kentucky is now up 21-0 on South Alabama.
Austin Reed is
not going good for the home school here. So I believe we've got a couple of questions on the Discord. I don't think we got any on Twitter, did we?